Hello YouTubers and welcome to Savage Brushstroke. It's not just for breakfast anymore. In my first episode, I spoke about the essential nature of creating art. And I realized that I kind of left out a whole piece of that story, which is creating doesn't mean producing. Creating isn't necessarily that you're making art. You can actively participate in enjoying art, in consuming art, in seeking out art, because the audience is an essential part of most art. Art is nourishing, both to the artist and to the audience. So as an audience member, you can actually be a creative person in that realm. The example that I like to point out is I have a friend, Jason, who was an amazing music collector, loved music, and he gathered his music by life experience. The music seemed to speak to him at certain times of his life, and he shared that music with his friends, and he had the posters and the CDs, and everything was just collected through experience, and over time he had this massive music collection. And when it came time to teach his child about music, he was able to hand over this wide collection of music, but it came with a story. Every album was a piece of his life, a part of him, a time that influenced him. All of a sudden, he had this portrait of himself painted in songs. That's a savage brushstroke. Letting something move you, letting something touch you and inspire you, letting someone else's work shine for you. This is an act of creation. You're creating a connection to art. You're creating a way to appreciate and share art because your preferences, your tastes, all these things become an element of the art. Think of anything that you truly love, and then start dissecting it. Why do you love it? What makes you love it? What makes you feel the way you feel about whatever it is? And I tried to make it as broad a thing as possible because I had mentioned that, some people could see a beautiful car and think that that is beautiful art. But it comes in so many ways. It comes in so many waves. I think the savage brushstroke leaves an imprint on anyone who comes within contact of it. There are people I know who live their lives with an amazing joy. They shine. And when you meet them, you just think, oh my God, this person is luminescent. They're so full of light and love and joy. I usually end up asking these people, how is it that you do this? How do you appear so joyful and happy? What is it that is your secret? And my favorite answer was, I choose to be. The answer was, I choose to be happy, joyful. That the world is full of weights that just crush you, but you don't have to stay under them. You can choose happiness. And I know that that is overly simplistic. I know that that is a near impossible task for many people, but there's a start there. The choice to be happy, whether or not it works, is an action. And I think that you can pursue happiness. And in failure, if you're not happy, the pursuit was worth it. Now, this is not some new age sort of, hey man, you're okay, I'm okay, everything's okay. Everything is not okay. And I know that. But how we deal with what's not okay and what we put into the world, we do have choices. And we can create, even if it is a mood, something that passes along the savage brushstroke. Be on the lookout for our Savage Brushstroke podcast. It will be posted later this week. And keep tuning in and by all means, leave a comment and tell me what you think a savage brushstroke is. What inspired you? Leave a comment below and say, hey, this is something that I love, and this is something that amazes me, and this is a person that does incredible things. Share what inspires you and makes you happy. I think the world is so bent on sharing things that make them miserable. People are quick to share terrible things. Of course, there's plenty of cat videos out there that sort of counter it off, but still. Tell me about your savage brushstroke, your personal savage brushstroke, or the savage brushstroke that you've seen in others.